Welcome in, everyone. Live from Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC, our OG presenting sponsors, Thrift Baron, Richard Olges, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Big Rich, the Rambler. That's him. He's on it. He's growing his beard out. He's retired. You're going to see a new man. It's Fu Manchu Rich on the loose. What up, man? How are you doing?
What is going on? Glad to be back here at Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC here in Opelika, ready to talk everything that's going on in the world of sports. Basketball wrapping up, and we got baseball season, and just so much to talk about.
Biggest storyline of the day, though, Rich with his Fu Manchu. Big Rich, what is the thought process behind the Fu Manchu?
I have no idea what a Fu Manchu is, but
literally your beard.
My beard? Oh,
that's what they call that. When you don't have any of the size, and it's just right here around your.
Just easier to shave.
And,
just right around the lip, it's called a goatee.
I'm calling it a Fu Manchu.
Okay.
Rich didn't even know.
I thought that was pretty funny, but hey, we're ready to talk sports. Come on now.
We got a lot we're going to be getting into. Richard's got some hot takes, and he's going to be going off on some people. You're going to want to listen to this.
I'm fired up.
And he's fired up about the River Dragons and River Dragons fans. I can't wait to hear his insight
I'm more
fired
up about the incompetency of scorekeepers and people who run the shot clock and the game clock at high school basketball games.
How about you?
Did you hear what happened at the Cherokee Bluff Monroe game?
Yes, I did, and something similar happened at the GIAA semifinals.
Yeah.
Rich. And let me tell you this right now. You used to be one of those people. You used to be a scorekeeper. Did you ever mess up like that, Rich?
Never.
Or a clock keeper? I've known a guy by the name of Brian Evans, Rich. I respect him more than anybody I know.
Yeah.
And you know Brian, and I hope you respect him, Rich.
I do. He's great.
I've never seen him make a mistake in the scorebook. I've never seen a mistake on the clock. That guy is a true professional, and he's one of the best that I've seen.
Absolutely. Yeah, we appreciate everything that Brian Evans does as far as a scorekeeper, statistician, you name it.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. First things first, leading off the big news. The Hardaway Lady Hawks and Kelly Ellison, 4th straight Final Four. Congratulations to Kelly Ellison and team. I want to say this. Lack of research hurt me in the beginning. I never thought Hardaway was going to be bad, and I thought by the time Rihanna got back, this would be a different team. But obviously when we did our rankings, we had them preseason number 10.
Yeah, we had them 10.
Richard, on the other hand, had no excuse in it. And so I'm throwing Richard under the bus more than me, but we're both going to take it.
We'll take the heat.
But I will say this. I'll never do it again. And this team is full of underclassmen. Rihanna is only a
junior
this year. J-Bug, junior this year. Marlena White, she is a freshman. We got
Maria Crowley's a freshman. Kimora Lance is a sophomore. Got a young team.
Young team that is super talented and a very bright future, for sure, to say the least. So looking forward to seeing Rihanna and J-Bug as they got their senior years next year. But what a win for Hardaway. You called it. You were on the call. Talk about that performance.
Well, taking on Coahulla Creek, who came in the 20th seed. Coahulla Creek actually jumped out to a 12-7 lead because they were just on fire in that first quarter. And Hardaway made the adjustments. They went on a 16-0 run. The shot started not to fall for Coahulla Creek, but they actually clawed their way back into it and cut it to single digits. But it was the effort. Rihanna Boynton, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Marlena White, also just a threat on that defense, as she was a Region Defensive Player of the Year. J-Bug had an incredible shot where she just threw it up as she was getting fouled, and it went in. And that was just an incredible play that looks like it's going to be a candidate for Houlihan Highlight Player of the Week. And then, of course, Micaiah Mims coming off the bench, making big-time three-point shots. And how about the Hardaway Lady Hawks? This is the 4th straight time they're going to the Final Four. This is the 3rd straight time they have hosted the Elite Eight on their home court. I was there 2 years ago when they beat Holy Innocents Episcopal. Last year, we called the game against Columbia. I don't think there was ever a doubt that they were going to win this game. I
didn't doubt them. Did you?
No, not at all. I mentioned on the broadcast that Coahulla Creek was in a region that sent, get this, Thrift, 6 teams to the playoffs. So they were in one of the toughest regions in 2A, includes Murray County, the state runners-up last year. So despite their 17-12 record, I knew that they were battle tested. I knew they played a lot of tough opponents, but Hardaway got the job done, and those fans were just incredible. And
another 15-15 from Rihanna Boynton. Defense was lights out, and they got a big one. Josie this Friday, Legacy Arena, 1 o'clock at Douglasville. Josie, the number 1 team in the entire state. They played each other in the Final Four last year. Hardaway was able to beat them. It's going to be a good one, Rich.
It is.
But I'll tell you this, Hardaway's playing their best. And, again, Rihanna has not had that game where she just has it all going yet. And what if it happens in that Final Four? I'm telling you, we still haven't seen her best yet. That's why I still think Hardaway can cut down the nets this year, just like the Pacelli boys did.
I really do. And Hardaway has a lot of confidence going into this Final Four. It's going to be at Legacy Arena in Douglasville on Friday. The rematch of the Final Four game last year, Josie is the number 1 team in 2A. This is their 6th straight appearance in the Final Four. They were the defending champions from 2 years ago. They were the number 1 team last year. And by the way, Columbia, Murray County, and Josie are the other Final Four opponents, which Hardaway beat all 3 in a route to their championship run last season. So I think Hardaway's coming in with a lot of confidence. I know that's going to be a tough test, but I'm looking forward to Hardaway having a good game against Josie. And I think that we talked about the voters on why they chose to put Hardaway at 13, which made no sense. They looked at last year's team and they compared it to this year's team. Well, guess what? Last year's in the past. This is a new team, and Coach Kelly Ellison brings up these young players that play right away and have an impact. So I don't know what the rosters look like for Josie or Murray County, but I just don't understand why the voters, they ranked Hardaway so low. And now with Rihanna Boynton coming back, her 8th game back, and now they're firing on all cylinders.
I'll tell you this. Kelly doesn't care, nor does that coach said, nor do the players. They're in the Final Four, and they're using that as motivation.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations again on Hardaway, as they are the only girls team still alive in our area that can win a championship. And Chatco boys play tonight against Bowden. Bowden girls won, so they clinched. So they're trying to have their boys and girls in the Final
Absolutely.
Four. We'll be there for Fort Valley State. Chatco's going to be a fun one, Rich, tonight. We'll be cheering on Champ Simpson and team if they could just get past that hostile environment in Bowden. Richard, Chatco's in the Final Four for the first time in a long time, or maybe in school history.
I think it's school history. So Bowden's going to be tough because they're at home, and Bowden has had a history of just passionate fan bases and great athletics. They're not going to have Caden Protho. He's actually focused on football. He was part of that basketball team last year. Talking to Curtis, Champ's dad, Bowden was the first opponent that Chatco played in the first round of the playoffs last year. But I think that Chatco can get the job done up at Bowden. Another local team, well, it's kind of local. We've had them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live for other sports, but Troup County also in the Elite Eight as they are hosting Harlem. That's going to be at 6 o'clock tonight at Troup County.
Well, we're cheering on for both those teams as seeing if they can win, and hopefully that they will.
Absolutely.
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we'll have soccer rankings, and we got Columbus State and more here live from Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Glynn Smith's closing out the year. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Terrains. New full-size GMC Sierras almost $15,000 off. New GMC Terrain Elevations as low as $289 per month. Or take advantage of 0% financing plus no payments until April of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glynn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC off of exit 62 I-85, hammering down high price again this month, Rich. They have more inventory than anyone. Go to glennsmith.com to check out all the inventory. It is the truck and SUV headquarters from not just around our area, but around the state of Alabama, state of Georgia, Southeast. It is the ultimate place. You can check out new Silverados and new GMC Sierras. I'm driving one right now. I'm telling you, it's one of the best investments that I have made. And if you come up here, I'm telling you, Glynn Smith and their ultimate great sales staff are going to make you feel at home, give you the best price that they can. When you're making an investment like a car or truck, you're going to want to make sure you're not taken advantage of, and that is why we partner with someone that cares about the community, and no one cares about the community more than Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely. We thank Jerry Potter and his staff for welcoming us in here once a month to set up, do our show, to promote Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC, which has really been a staple in this community. And I can't think of a better place to get my next car or truck. Or I'm a car guy, but yeah, if I was a truck guy, I definitely want to get my next truck.
You look like
here.
A car guy. There's no doubt about it.
There you go. There's thrift.
You could say that, and then you walk into Glynn Smith, and then you all of a sudden become a trucker.
Yeah, because they'll convince me and say, hey, you need a truck, especially if you move a lot. And
you tell Richard he looks good driving something, I promise you this, he's buying that truck.
Yeah.
I mean, you're easy to work, man. If I'm a salesman, I'm looking at you right now. Man, that GMC, I'm telling you, you're going to drive off the lot feeling like a brand new man.
Yeah,
you're going to feel so much.
See
Look,
that.
he's already cheesing right now, bro. Sold it to him.
I'm sold.
All right, let's continue on. I'm letting you take this. This is your bread and butter. Soccer rankings. We like ranking everything. Bring them up.
All right, let's throw up the girls. As number 10, we got Glenwood coming in with a 1-2-1 record. Calvary is at number 9. We got Hardaway, Russell County at number 7. Still early in the season, but Thrift, anything stands out to you, the soccer rankings so far for the girls?
Nope. Continue on, man.
All right, here we go. Columbus, remember, they lost in the quarterfinals last year. Allie Lofton has gone to Boston College. But they're 1-2. We know that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with as they get down in their schedule. Now, Pacelli, the defending 3-time champion, they've won 3 of the last 4 years. Coach Cochran, look, I got them at number 5 because of their record. They're 1-2-1.
Yep.
But if you look at the teams that are in front of them, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, they've had great players like Addie Christensen, and I was trying to think of that. Yeah, Pacelli, we've seen them beat Brookstone in the GIAA final.
Yep.
And all right, let's move along. Northside, 4-1.
Wow.
Northside has always
had Rich.
A history of winning pretty good matches. Harris County, I can't wait for that showdown. Harris County is 3-1-1.
What are you looking forward to the most when you're looking at these matchups? You got Harris County at 3. Why is that?
Oh, because Harris County
Pacelli's a champion and been a champion.
See,
why are they 5?
All right, so the first 5 teams in girls soccer, I feel they're interchangeable. I go off of, okay, what do they – I look
Brookstone,
at last
by the way,
year.
just got a big win yesterday over Calvary.
Okay, yeah, so that's why Brookstone –
You got Smith Station, number 1.
I got Smith because look at their record. And Smith Station is known for being a powerhouse in 7A.
I heard from talking with Brian Easton, they have a really good chance of winning a championship. All right, Rich, tell me why.
All right, well, I honestly think that Smith Station can win a championship. And that's why I got them number 1. Brookstone is much improved from last year. They were the runners-up against Pacelli. That's why I got them number 2. Harris County and Northside, well, that's interchangeable. They're going to be the top 2 teams battling it in this area. Even though they're in the 4A classification, I still think they got a great chance to make a deep run in the state playoffs.
Okay, so you like Smith Station because of record. Now let's go to the boys.
All right, coming in number 10, I got Glenwood. Despite their 1-4 record, I still think that Coach Eddie is going to get Glenwood to compete and possibly get a playoff berth.
You got them behind Shaw and Northside?
Now, here's the thing. We've got records coming in. Northside 0-6. Shaw was the runner-up last year. They're 0-5, and they've lost a lot of players. I still think when they get into their region schedule that they're going to rally off some wins, and they'll be climbing up in our rankings. Russell County, I got at 1-1. Still, it's
Jordan, I like
early.
really big.
I
big
really
time.
like Jordan.
By the way, Calvary just took down Brookstone 3-1 yesterday.
Absolutely.
I like where you got Calvary. Now, why do you have Pacelli above Calvary then? If you got record, remember?
True, but I do think that Coach Goja is got Pacelli gonna. They played some tough opponents.
Why don't you feel that same way about Coach Cochran?
All right, so that's a very good point, and Thrift is really putting me on the spot right now.
And that's what happens when we do these rankings. That's the back and forth me and him do, and that's why we try our best. But in the end, you can really poke a hole in everyone's rankings.
Put a dartboard with a.
I'm being funny with Rich, but these are our soccer rankings. We're going to drop them on our Instagram and our Facebook page. Make sure to go and like. Richard, looking forward to as we really get in the heart of soccer season. Same with baseball. We drop rankings on Sunday, but we're getting the heart and knowing what's going to happen. Border Wars are this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're going to be live Thursday from Central and Glenwood. Friday, we're going to be at Glenwood all day and Russell County. And then on Saturday, we're going to be live from Glenwood and Synovus Park. That's where the third place game is going to play. And then the championship game, 3 and 5 o'clock, live from Synovus Park. It's all baseball this week as we are turning the corner from basketball, heading into spring sports. Looking forward to kicking off our baseball coverage and spring sports coverage, Richard, with the Border Wars this week. I think it's over 20 years Coach Fanning has been doing this, and it's got teams like Russell County Central, Brookstone, Calvary, Pacelli, Glenwood, Tatnall Square, Stratford, or Harris County, or to some name a few, Hopeville from Alabama. Also in
Lakeside School.
Lakeside, Evangel. I mean, it's some big-time tournament.
Stratford Academy. Look, the goal is to try to get to Synovus Park. All these teams want to win, and they want to be the last team standing in that championship. Synovus Park will have the third-place game and the championship game on Saturday. I'm telling you right now, I mean, Central looks good. We know that Glenwood looks good. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion it's going to be Central Glenwood. I think that Lakeside School has a chance to make some noise in this tournament. Harris County looks good. Brookstone, Calvary, you can never count out. I tell you, these teams, they're absolutely loaded. And I cannot wait to watch the Border Wars and to see who is going to end up in that championship game at Synovus Park.
No doubt about it, Rich, and I'm looking forward to being there for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to be live from Fort Valley this Friday.
Nice.
Regardless if Chatco wins or not, we have to do that as we are partnering with the NFHS Network. But we're hoping Chatco can win tonight to move forward, Rich. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up talking some Columbus State Cougars. They are in their first round. We'll talk about their first-round matchups. By the way, we have not one but two Players of the Year, boys and girls. Columbus State sweeps it. We'll talk about those players' names next. Live from Glynn Smith, Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Welcome back, everyone, here from Glynn Smith Chevrolet GMC. First round of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament is going to be starting tonight, Richard. Columbus State women's team, the number 1 seed, ranked top 5 in the country as they're 24-3. Congratulations to LaTaya Reeves, the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year, and Matt Hauser, the Coach of the Year, as Columbus State sweeps those awards. And they will be hosting tonight against Lander, the number 8 seed. Richard, so what are your thoughts with this one as they are going to be taking on Lander?
Well, if Columbus State takes care of business, then they move on where they will be hosting the semifinals and finals. And I still think, regardless, Columbus State is going to be in, possibly even hosting a Southeast regional spot in the NCAA tournament. But they just got to continue playing the way they've been playing. I mean, they've only lost 3 games all year. They're fully healthy. Coach Hauser is got a team not only led by LaTaya Reeves, but also Simone Lett, who's also not only a post player, but she can shoot it from behind the perimeter. And Alana Hankerson, another great player. You know, we've seen
Tamar Sanders,
there you
Nakaya
go.
Williams. And by the way, they beat Lander 77-61 December the 3rd, Rich, at home.
Yeah.
And then beat them back January the 23rd, 70-56 at Lander. So they took care of business against them. Lander comes in 7-13 in conference play, 9-18. I don't think Columbus State has any issue with them.
No, not at all.
14-1 at home on the season, and right now they have a 12-game winning streak. I think they take care of business and dominate Lander.
I think so too.
We'll be hosting, and that means they'll be taking on the winner in the tournament, which is, I think, North Georgia and Middle Georgia. They're going to be taking on the 4-5 matchup, and they'll be taking on the winner of that game coming up, I think, on Friday.
Right.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be, or Friday and Saturday will be the championship and semifinals. All right, let's talk about the boys. Boys team, 15-5, 21-7. Congratulations to Marlon Smith, Player of the Year in the Peach Belt Conference. Another one under Coach Robert Moore, 19-8. He averaged on the season. And they're going to be taking on Georgia Southwestern, Richard. And they had no problem with Georgia Southwestern, the number 7 seed this year, as if I'm not mistaken, that's who they just got done playing.
Yes, they did on Sunday.
This past Sunday, and they won that game 82-69. And they also won earlier in the year 75-72 at Georgia Southwestern. I think this team's going to handle their business, to be honest with you. But I think a little bit closer. Georgia Southwestern 9-11, 16-12, a very feisty, competitive bunch from what I saw. But if Columbus State's playing their best, I think they're going to win. They will take on the winner of North Georgia and Georgia College. And if Lander's able to lose to USC Aiken, which probably won't, they probably won't, they will be hosting that conference tournament. And from what I can tell, who did I say they're taking on? Georgia College?
Yeah, Georgia College and North Georgia is the 3-6 matchup.
They're taking on USC Aiken, excuse me. And USC Aiken this year, Richard, they won against them 77-68 at USC Aiken. And when they played them at home, they won 84-70. So probably going to be a tough ask, but you never know what can happen, Richard. So we will be cheering on. But guess what? Both games tonight, 5:30 girls, 7:30 boys at home. Pack out the Lumpkin Center. First 50 students that go in for the girls game get free pizza. First 50 students for the boys game get free Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Nice.
So, and remember, kids get in for free courtesy of Country's Barbecue. No reason community and students should not be in there supporting the Cougars at the Lumpkin Center.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree with you, Thrift. It's time to come out and show out at the Lumpkin Center. As for the second time in a row, we've got both the Cougars and Lady Cougars hosting that first round game at the Lumpkin Center.
All right. Well, we've had a lot of fun here, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will have another show later on Sunday. Remember, this week we have nothing going on tonight except coaches shows. Tomorrow we got a bunch of CVCC stuff, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 2 softball and a baseball. Baseball tomorrow, 2 softball Friday and Saturday. But mainly Border Wars, high school baseball coverage, and it's unlike anywhere else, Richard. If I am not mistaken, I was just looking at our schedule. We have 5 games tomorrow, 6 on Friday, 5 on Saturday. So 16 games in 3 days. That's
Wow.
what's happening on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And the coverage starts tomorrow at 2 o'clock from Central and 4 o'clock Glenwood, Harris County, Central Calvary. Those are the first 2 games. Glenwood, Harris County, Central Calvary. Can't get it off better. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.